Hey YouTubers, hey, this video that I'm gonna make is for newbies out there trying to get into trucking, for people who want to get into trucking, whatever, or people who just want information. Okay, here we go. Somebody, anybody out there who's in the process of going to get into trucking, well, you need to go to school for one. Whether it be through a trucking company you decide to go with that has a school, or you go through a private school, um, like I went through American Truck School in Redding, California, and real good school. Okay, the owner, real nice guy. Um, Instructors are all real nice. Okay, they work with you. They will not release you from their program until they feel confident enough that you can do the job. Okay? Now, these places that you go to, even if you sign on with the company, like let's say Swift, and you go through their training, okay, it's all going to be basic. Just the plain basics, okay? Because they can't teach you the everyday tribulations and all that of trucking. I mean, you're not going to be a professional backer when you get through school, okay? What they're doing is teaching you the gears, how to shift. Now, when you get out of school and you go to a trucking company and you get on the truck with a trainer, you're going to be grinding gears. Hey, I still grind gears, and I got 10 months, 11 months of experience, and I still grind gears. Okay, it all depends on the truck. I mean, you should be able to get any truck and shift them gears, which I mean, I can shift them, but I grind them. Not bad, not as bad as I used to, but I grind them still. But anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, now they're going to teach you the basics of how to do things, how to put it in reverse, how to shift the gears, how to do your alley dock, your backing, basically, your straight line backing, um, how to parallel park. Some might teach you how to blind back, you know, which, yeah, in the real world, when you're out there whether with a teammate or by yourself, you're going to find an instance where you got a blind bag. Um, you get a spotter, whether you're blind backing or not blind backing, whether you're with a teammate or solo. You need to find somebody to spot you to back. Okay? There's a thing called goal. Get out and look. Simple as that. Get out and look. Because if you don't do the goal, you're going to hit something. If you got a bad teammate or a bad spotter, well, you're going to hit something. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is a scoop. Okay. Go through. My opinion is go through a private school. Okay, if you can do that, go through a private school. Get your license. Get all your endorsements. Your hazmat. Everything. Get all your endorsements. And then go with the company. Okay. Now, once you get on with that company, a school generally takes 4 to 5 weeks. Oh, I know I take it back. 4 to 6 weeks. They have a couple programs. To me, it's just an added day or two. That's it. It's all the same learning. They teach you the back, the straight line back, all your maneuvers you got to do, your gears, your walk around, your in cab, and you're also going to know your logbook, how to do logbook, paper log, how to do let's see, how to do uh, your hazmat, your weights, how to move your tandems, which is your on your trailer, um, how to move them when you have a load and you're overweight. You can shift it, from one hole to the next, but you only have so many holes you can shift it back and forth and to shift the weight. Then you have to shift your fifth wheel. But I'd say 95, 98% of the time, you don't have to do the fifth wheel. It just usually the trailer. And what I do is if the weight is if the trailer's overweight, and I do all my shifting with the weight, the tandems, and it's still overweight, and I take it back to the shipper, the shipper, and have them rework the load. What they usually do is they shift the load on there so that it's correct. So that way you're not overweight. Okay, so you got to figure in the factor of what kind of vehicle you got. If you got a Pro Star, International Pro Star, you got to watch those because the tanks are in the front, okay, and they're like right underneath you, okay, and Pro Stars are heavy trucks. So you add your fuel, right? Let's say you fill all the way up your tanks, and you're going to pick up a load that's 60,000 pounds. Oh, you're going to be overweight right there. You're overweight, automatic, and there's no shifting the weight, with the tandems to be underweight. So I just going to be you have to get as close to as you can and figure out where your next weigh scale is going to be at. Um, and if you're a couple hundred miles away from a weigh scale, well, you're going to burn some of the fuel off. So you should be okay. Should. But, yeah, you should be fine. So anyway, you do all that, you go through school and you find a company. Now, those of you that have a family at home, it's going to be tough. Okay, it's going to be tough for the family and you. Okay, because you're used to being at home, doing whatever you want to do. And you're out in the work field now. You're on a truck. You're away from your family, away from your wife and your kid, or your husband and kid, or whatever. Vice versa. But it's going to be hard on the family. Now, until the family adjusts, okay, it's going to be real hard. Now, keep in mind that this job will make or break a marriage, okay? This job easily breaks a marriage. I know because it almost broke mine twice, put it that way, okay? And, but now my wife is cool with it. My kid's not. He's freaking out. He's being a bad boy for mommy. Because, I talked to him on the phone tonight, and I asked him, I says, are you scared Daddy's not coming home? Yeah, Daddy's been gone for a long time. And I just explained to him, I'm on the road. I'll be home in a couple weeks. And once he gets adjusted to it, then he'll be okay. He'll be fine. Okay? So it's hard on a family. Okay? Now, with that aside now, okay, with that said, your family gets adjusted, okay? Now, you have, how they do is they put you with the trainer for about between a month to a month and a half, okay? Depending on the experience you have. But you're going in there fresh, you're going in there new, you're not going to have an experience. So you'll be out there between a month and a half with a trainer. Hopefully you and your trainer get along real good, okay? Now, they either throw you with an owner-operator, which with me it's happened every time I've had training. I've had an owner-operator, okay? One I've had the problem with, the last one I didn't have any problems with. Him and I got along real good. This one I've got now, we get along, but the way things are being done I'm not liking. But it's okay. I'm not worried about it because I got experience. So I'm not, it's just me putting my time in, saying, okay, yeah, he's trained, put him out there. Okay. So anyway, when you're out there with the trainer, hopefully you get along with that trainer. If you don't, you get a hold of the person they told you to get a hold of to switch trainers. Okay. Now, if you do get along with the trainer, what's going to happen is that you're going to go out there and they're going to put you through a whole routine, out and back. They'll have you back at shippers and receivers and at truck stops. They're going to teach you how to pull into um, um, a pump when you go to fuel. They'll teach you how to pull in there so you're not in there all cockeyed and everything. Okay, which is what I do most of the time. But until it comes back to me, then I'll be fine. Also, what else is going to happen is they're going to teach you, like if they're paper logs, they're going to teach you how to do the logs. And if you got an owner operator, they're probably going to teach you a few tricks on how to skim on the logs. Okay, and I can get into that in another video. But they teach you that. If you have electronic logs, they teach you how to do the Qualcomm. Even if you're on paper logs, you have a Qualcomm. They just don't do logs. So they teach you how to do the Qualcomm, which there's what they call macro codes, and you need to learn that. But with the electronic logs, you really don't have to remember them, but you will eventually. You use them daily, several times a day. You'll remember it. So when you're on electronic logs, you got a list of macros, and you go down the list. Oh, there's the one I need. Click on that one. Okay, but they teach you all that. They teach you all the gauges. They teach you pretty much what you did in school, but more extensive. Okay, so you're out there a month to a month and a half, sometimes 2 months. Now, once you get done with training, you come back and you test out. Now, but during the orientation, you have what they call a drive test. You go and you do a drive test, and all that consists of is they drive you around the block. They have you do right turn, left turn, and shifting. See where you're at in your shifting, and then they make notes. If you do good enough, then they go ahead and give the green light for you to advance further in the orientation. Then you go into, do orientation, then you go out with your trainer. When you get back with your trainer, you test out. Again, you do another drive test. But this drive test consists of your walk around, your in cab. It consists of driving around the block, taking you on the highway. Because they want to see how you get on the highway and off the highway. They also watch your shifting of gears, your upshifting, your downshifting. They also check your right turn, left turn. They also check your backing because you're supposed to learn all this when you're out there with the trainer. So if you come back and you screw up on your backing really bad, they might flunk you, or they might say, go out for some more training. Okay? All depends on the company. If they want you bad enough, they'll work with you. Simple as that. Okay? Also, when you get back and you test out, okay? Let's say you pass your drive test. Then what they do is you either go home for home time for about 5 days or 7 days, depending on how long you're out there. And then if you do that, then you come back and they issue a truck. They give you a form, you look at it, okay? And it's just a checklist. It's like a walkthrough when you rent an apartment. When you rent an apartment, they give you a walkthrough checklist. And that's pretty much what you get when you get a truck. They issue you a truck. They say, okay, here's the keys to this truck that we want you to drive. Here's a checklist. You go out there and you check the truck over thoroughly. Do you walk around? Do your in cab? You do everything. You check everything. Everything. Check it from top to bottom, from bottom to top, from front to back, from side to side. You check that thing every which way you can. Okay? Once that's all done, you turn the paper back in. They say, okay, we have a load for you. You know, whether you teams or solo. I'm assuming you're solo. So if you're solo, they're going to say, okay, put your gear in the truck. We'll give you, a couple hours to get set up. You should have a load on the Qualcomm at any moment. So, okay, now what to bring, that's going to be another video of what to bring. Okay? So, folks, this is it for me. Okay, I'm going to be back on the road, so this is going to be a while before I get another video out to you. I am, you can see I'm shirts off. I'm in bed. I'm going to be getting up bright and early tomorrow, heading back on the truck, getting back down to California because right now I'm in Georgia. Getting back down to California because I'm in my training right now with CRST. And I need to go down to the Fontana terminal in California and do my test out, do my drive test, and get that passed. And I do have a co-driver that's down there right now waiting for me to get back and test out. Once I test out, him and I are going to head out for 2 weeks. We're going to be out for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, I'll come home, and then I'll be home for 4 or 5 days. And then I come back to Stockton, because that's a drop yard in Stockton, California. Come back to Stockton, load up on the truck again. You'll be there. We'll load up and we'll head out for 4 to 5 weeks. Come back home. So that's how I'm gonna run, man. I'm gonna run. And, I'm gonna run pretty hard, and we're all electronic locks. All the trucks, most of the trucks are electronic locks. So we're good. Anyway, peace. Okay, drive safe, have fun. Okay, just get it done. Later.